Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Zesty Thoughts with your host, Anabla. Welcome to episode 95. We're almost at 100. I'm so geeked. I hope everyone has had a wonderful week. I've had a chill week myself. It was my birthday week, y'all. I had my birthday episode last week. I had so much fun on my birthday week. On my actual birthday, I woke up, I went to the beach, I got my free coffee in the morning. I got acai bowls. Shout out to Ubatuba. That place is goated. That's literally the only acai that I eat. My favorite. Got some Ubatuba and went to the beach. We went down to like Bay Street, Santa Monica area, and just chilled on the sand and just like vibed and had a really relaxing time. I was like reading a little bit, dipped my feet in the water, and just like absolutely vibed. It was like the perfect start to my birthday. My birthday, like literally everything aligned perfectly this year. So I went to the beach and then I had work, but I had a ton of gaps. Like it's summer, everyone's like out of town. So on my break, I went to get Thai food. I went to this place called Bly in Woodland Hills. It's actually in the Warner lot. And oh my God, when I tell you, this Thai food was so good. Like I'm kind of a Thai food, not like a snob. I just like eat Thai food a lot. And I will say, I feel like it's like kind of hard to mess up, especially like if you're getting noodles, like Thai street food. Most places are like pretty much the same, right? Maybe a different vegetable, maybe one's more like acidic, like, but they're all like, same shit. I be getting pad siu or I get pad kimao, pad thai. But I think pad siu would be number one, then pad thai, then pad kimao. Those are like my top three orders. Regardless, this place was insane. So I ordered two things because I was like, it's my birthday. I'm gonna like treat myself and try something that I maybe like wouldn't normally order. Like normally I'll just get noodles or like I'll get curry, And then if it's like winter, I'll get tom kha, like soup. But I was like, fuck it, it's my birthday. Let me treat myself. So I ordered this papaya salad. Oh my God, yeah. I have no words for the salad. And like, I thought it was going to be small. Like I thought it was gonna be like a side salad type shit. And it was huge. So I had a little bit of that. And then I got their pad siu with tofu. The way that they fried this tofu, like you don't understand. Like I was vegan for 8 years. I know good from shit tofu, okay? And this tofu was insane. There was something about the flavor. It was like peppery and like, oh, I'm just dreaming about this place now. It was so good. It was like the best birthday lunch ever. Then I had work and then I came home and I took a bath and I did some more reading and I had some wine and it was just like the most relaxing day ever. Like everything worked out the way that I wanted it to. And I was just like, oh, period. I was so happy and so refreshed. It was an amazing day. My birthday weekend was also amazing. Saturday was like the day that I like actually celebrated because I worked on my actual birthday. So I went to Ivy at the Shore. My godfather took me and my parents there as like my birthday gift. And oh my God, you guys, if you are looking for more of like a high-end, little bit like more elevated, not, I wouldn't say like fully luxurious, but like an elevated brunch experience for a special occasion, like a birthday, anniversary, anything like that, go to Ivy at the Shore. Okay. Service was amazing. Drinks were amazing. I got a Hugo Spritz and it was like delish. I got the crab cake eggs Benedict. I'm a sucker for eggs Benedict. Like I don't eat ham, but like spinach eggs Benedict. I'll do crab eggs Benedict. I will also do lobster eggs Benedict, but like let me tell you, the crab was delectable and I don't get crab often because it's like not cheap here. Crab is expensive here. Like when I went to Puerto Rico, I was telling someone recently, I was spoiled. When I went to Puerto Rico, I was spoiled because they have so much crab there and it's like the same price as every other protein. Like, so I'm missing that low key, not gonna lie. But oh my God, it was so good. The first bite I took though, I'm Irish. Y'all know me and my relationship to potatoes. So I was like, I have to see what the potato vibe is. Like I really got to test the waters, okay? This potato was like actually delectable. And I'm gonna have like dreams about it now. Anyway, so ate good, clearly delicious feast. They brought like a little ice cream puff situation with some chocolate drizzle and a little firecracker to the table and saying happy birthday. And it was just so cute. So that was an amazing brunch, followed by Lake Shrine. So for those of you that don't know, Lake Shrine is like a 10-acre spiritual kind of oasis, like sanctuary, in Los Angeles. It's off of Sunset. It's like in the Pacific Palisades. Luckily, it did survive the fires, which is amazing. No thanks to like 3 staff members that literally physically themselves like fought the fire off with like an old fire pump or water pump or something. But it's just this beautiful oasis. It was founded in 1950 by Paramahansa Yogananda, and there's a natural lake, like a meditation garden, waterfalls, a Mahatma Gandhi World Peace Memorial where they actually have like a little bit of his ashes, and like a temple at the top of the hill. There's a small windmill like meditation house also where you can go in and pray and meditate. This place is just so peaceful. It's like one of my favorite places to go in LA to just like get away from the hustle and bustle, meditate, pray, and like have a little bit of like peace and quiet. There's a lot of like wildlife. There are turtles, and now unfortunately only 1 swan left. There were 2 at one point, but one of them unfortunately did not survive the fire. They got a second one, but then I don't remember what happened to the second one, but something happened, and then just the girl, the OG, she's still there. There's a ton of koi fish, ton of ducks, and it's just this cute little oasis. It's so peaceful. So I knew that I was like, if I'm going to make a day out of like celebrating more for my birthday, then I definitely want to hit up Lake Shrine. It's just so peaceful, and it's free. You just have to like reserve a time slot to visit, but it's beautiful. It's non-denominational. So anybody of any world religion or not of any world religion is welcome. Everybody's welcome, basically. So it's just a nice little oasis in LA that I highly recommend if you're like visiting LA and you want something like peaceful to do. I highly recommend that, because a lot of stuff in LA is like kind of chaotic. LA can be chaotic. So I highly recommend that. And not a lot of people like know about it. I feel like sometimes I like tell people about it. Like even people that are like born and raised in LA. Like I wasn't even born and raised in LA. I grew up in Orange County. But like even I tell people like in LA about it, and they just are not put on. I don't know what that's about, but anyway, I'll put y'all on. Definitely hit it up. If you do go, just like show respect, like no like chit chat, no talking. It is not like, there aren't like rules that it's like a quiet space, but it's, people go there to like be in nature and like meditate, and like don't be yapping, basically. don't go there to like gab with someone is all I'm saying. But it's a beautiful space, so I highly recommend y'all check that out. So I went to Lake Shrine, and then I came back home, and I was gonna go to the Getty and like stack my day, like brunch, Lake Shrine, Getty, wine night, okay? But I was a little bit beat at that point, so I just decided to skip out on the Getty and start my book for the month of August. So I'm gonna share that now, my Zesty Thoughts August book club choice, okay? This is one of the books that I bought in Portland at Powell's bookstore. It is called The Celtic Myths That Shape the Way That We Think. It's written by Mark Williams. Mark is an associate professor of global medieval literature at the University of Oxford, specializing in Celtic languages and medieval literature of Ireland and Wales. Okay. This is an insane read. Like already, I'm only like maybe 40 pages in, and I'm just like so gagged. If anybody out there is interested in Celtic mythology, specifically of like Ireland and Wales, it's kind of like what he touches on, since that's like his own specialty. But it's very, very intriguing, and I've been knee deep in this. I've also been doing like outside research, like looking up more information on some of these characters and like mythological stories, and it's just so intriguing to me. I do want to talk a little bit about the first chapter of this book because it's very intriguing. So chapter 1 dives into the story of Taliesin. So Taliesin is a 6th century poet who over the years was mythologized in Welsh folklore as like a shapeshifter, like a wizard, kind of like a magician type of thing, and like a prophet. In some sense of the word. There's a really interesting Welsh legend that it talks about his birth, so I wanted to share it with y'all because I think it's very interesting. I wrote some notes while I was reading. A witch named Credwyn brewed like a magical potion, essentially, in a cauldron. in order to give her son like wisdom and like all-knowing wisdom. The whole point was that this boy that she had asked, Guion, was to stir and watch over the pot for a year and 1 day. And then after that time had passed, 3 drops of liquid would come out of the cauldron, and basically whoever consumed that would be all-knowing. And the rest of the cauldron and the liquid and everything would be poison, and, you know, would poison whoever was around it or the earth or whatever. So basically she had asked this boy, Guion, to keep eye on it. But when the time came and the 3 drops of liquid left the cauldron, they landed on his skin, and I guess it burned. So he went to lick the wound, and he tasted the 3 drops, consumed it, and himself gained total knowledge. He fled while shape-shifting into animals to escape Caredwin because she was angry about what happened, and eventually shape-shifted into a grain of corn. And then Caredwin consumed this grain of corn, became pregnant from it with the grain, and then, you know, at the time was still so angry about what happened, being betrayed, that she had plans to kill the baby. But when he was born, like, she just couldn't bring herself to do it. It was like she literally, you know, grew him for 9 months and then gave birth. And then by the time, you know, that happened, she didn't have that resentment anymore. So she took him, put him into a leather bag or basket type of thing, and cast him into the sea. Prince Elfin found the infant trapped in a salmon weir in a glowing basket and names him Taliesin, translation, radiant brow. The boy grew and became a poet, and the rest is history. So that is one of the kind of rumored legends surrounding his birth. It's just so interesting. I'm like, oh, okay. It hasn't really gotten to the point yet where it's like reflecting on modern times. So I'm excited to kind of dive deeper into this. And yeah, I haven't really read up on a lot of mythology, like, at all. I never learned about like Greek mythology, like anything like that, like growing up. People like did that in school, and like I just like, I don't know if we did, and I just like didn't give a shit and I just didn't listen, but I like never absorbed any of that. So I don't really know much about any mythology at all. So it's very interesting to dive into it, especially in that region of the world. The one thing that's kind of interesting to me that is discussed in the introduction of this book, there's not a lot of Celtic mythology that even exists prior to Christianity. 1, because it was destroyed. 2, because the nature of writing at the time and like physically putting something down in writing at the time, mixed with the type of humid, wet environment that region of the world is, it just like a lot of it just didn't survive. Just literally, I don't know, because of mold, I guess. Like it literally just over time, because of humidity, just like didn't survive. So we basically have nothing that is substantial enough to like piece together actual stories prior to Christianity, which is kind of a bummer, which is basically a bummer. But this is very interesting to read regardless. The context of all of which is post-Christianity, just so y'all get the vibe of that, just so y'all understand like where it's all coming from. But I think it's so interesting. I'm like low-key geeking out on it right now. Back to my Saturday story. So I started this book, amazing so far. And then I had a wine night with all my besties at Bodega Wine Bar in Santa Monica. It was so fun. Allison, who works there, she hooked us up. She was really on top of her shit. She was on her A game for sure. And we just had a really, really fun night. We had some yummy bites, some delicious wine, and just had a total blast. I did finish the night off strong, went to Mel's, and then went to La Descarga, which was insane. It was so packed. If y'all have not been there, it was lit, but it was just like too much. I was like, okay, I'm tired. Let's go home. But it was really fun. It was a fun night overall. So it was great. One of my thirsts for the week, y'all, is roses. I got roses for my birthday from one of my besties and my grandmother. And I love getting flowers. There's something about it. Every time I've ever been given flowers, I'll put them somewhere in my home so that I can see them daily, like, and walk by them. And every single time I walk by them, I will smell them and just like take a moment to be like grateful and like think of that person also that gifted them to me. It's just such a lovely experience getting flowers. I think like some people don't understand. People that get it. If you get it, you get it, right? If you know, you know. But yeah, so I guess like my thirst of the week is like all the roses I got, because I've literally just been like all week like stopping and smelling the roses. So I've been loving that. It just like lightens up my mood, and it's like I have a little like rose tax basically every time I walk by. I'm like, I gotta smell, gotta sniff. But I love it so much. I also like went for a jog this morning. I haven't like ran or jogged in like a long time because of like my knee from the accident. But it seemed to hold up pretty well today, which is cool. So I'm like, maybe I'll sign up for a 5K. I don't know. I'm like thinking I'm gonna like run and jog a little bit for like a week or two and see how it holds up. You feel me? And then that might be in the cards. I need like a fitness goal to like work toward basically. So I'm like, maybe I'll do the race. I don't know what the vibe is. But yeah, so that's kind of also my like thirst. Also, last weekend I was at my girl's place. She busted out the pickled okra. And so now I literally this weekend bought pickled okra at the grocery store, and I'm fixated on it. So that's also my thirst of the week. I've literally been having like a piece or two every single day. That's my current food fixation. Love that. I have one review before we end today's episode. I watched another Sci-Fi this week. It was a very interesting one. I watched The Man from Earth. This film was so trippy. Conceptually, it's like so interesting, and I don't really like want to say much about it because I don't want to like give anything away, but it's very, very intriguing. The concept of it's great. It's a 2007 film starring David Lee Smith. William Cat is in it as well. And then what's that other guy's name? Tony Todd, Ellen Crawford. It's just so intriguing. Here's a little synopsis just to like give you guys a little bit of the gist of it. The Man from Earth 2007 is a low-budget, dialogue-driven science fiction film about a history professor, John Oldman, who reveals to his colleagues at a farewell party that he is a 14,000-year-old immortal Cro-Magnon man. I'm just going to leave it there, y'all. If you want to dive in and see the details of that, and it's so interesting. I just thought it was like the weirdest film ever, but I liked it. Yeah, I would give it like a, I don't know, maybe like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. I just think it deserves some praise for the concept being so weird and just interesting. And it's like, oh yeah, wait, what would like happen if there was like literally someone that could live that long? It's crazy to think about. It gets you into philosophy, biology, like psychology is so really, really cool and interesting. So highly recommend. Anyway, y'all, that is going to wrap up today's episode. I hope that you have a fun week. Enjoy the rest of your summer before it's over. Go out and vibe. Get outside, y'all. Even in the heat, just get outside. Be outside. Have a nice week, a fun weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.